Goodwill brings to you the weekly share market update dated the 5th of August, 2023. Talking about the corporate segment, we have Berger Paints was trading more than 2% higher in the afternoon trade, after the company said it will consider a proposal for a bonus share issue at its board meeting on August 9. Around 13 lakh shares changed hands on the exchanges, double the company's monthly traded average. The company will consider issuing bonus shares by capitalization of reserves, subject to approval of the shareholders of the company, Berger Paints said in an exchange filing dated August 1. HG Infra Engineering Limited reported 37.4% rise in net profit to 1,504 rupees crore in Q1 financial year 2024, as against 1,094 rupees crore recorded in the year-ago period. Revenue from operations jumped 22.2% to 13,512 rupees crore during the quarter from 11,059 rupees crore last year, HG Infra Engineering said in an exchange filing. The company's total expenses stood at 10,705 rupees crore, as against 9,069 rupees crore in Q1 financial year 2022. Power Grid Corporation down almost 5% after Q1 numbers disappoint. The company's June quarter standalone profit was down 6% at 3,542.65 rupees crore from the year-ago quarter. The board has recommended bonus shares in the ratio of 1:3 and raising 12,000 rupees crore. Shares of UPL Corporation Limited fell 2% in the early trade to hit a 52-week low of 614 rupees on August 1 after brokerages came out with a bleak growth outlook for the agrochemical company, following a cut in its guidance targets by the management, reflecting the continued global weakness in the space. Reliance Industries and Brookfield Asset Management on August 1 signed a memorandum of understanding to explore opportunities to manufacture renewable energy and decarbonization equipment in Australia. The MoU aims to accelerate and de-risk Australia's energy transition by enabling it to locally produce clean energy equipment, such as photovoltaic modules, long-duration battery storage, and components for wind energy, the company said in a press release. Multiplex chain PVR Knox reported a loss of 44.1 rupees crore in the first quarter of fiscal 2024, against a profit of 68.3 rupees crore in the year-ago period, hit by a below-average performance of Hindi films, a slow recovery in footfalls and cinema advertising revenue. Sequentially, the multiplex operator managed to narrow the loss from 333.37 rupees crore in the previous quarter, according to an exchange filing. Analysts had expected the company to report a loss of over 91 rupees crore. M&M shares rise on new EV battery testing facility. The automobile major announced on July 31 that it is establishing an electric vehicle battery testing facility at Mahindra Research Valley in Chengalpattu and a crash test facility at Mahindra SUV Proving Track Sipcat, both in Tamil Nadu. Shares of electronics manufacturer Dixon Technologies jumped more than 7% on August 3 afternoon after the government restricted imports of electronic items such as laptops, tablets, and personal computers. While announcing the restrictions, the government said import of laptops, tablets, personal computers, ultra-small form factor computers, and servers will be permitted against a license. Certain use cases have been exempted from the restrictions. Varun Beverages Limited on August 3 reported a consolidated net profit of 1,005.4 rupees crore for the June quarter of financial year 2024, registering a growth of 25.3% from 802 rupees crore in the same quarter of the previous financial year. Total revenue for the second quarter came in at 5,699.7 rupees crore, up 13.5% from 5,017.57 rupees crore in the year-ago period, driven by an increase in net realization, the company said in a regulatory filing. Shares of Suzlon Energy tumbled 7% since Wednesday following reports that the company plans to go public later this month, to raise 1,500 to 1,800 rupee crore by selling shares to institutional investors. The share sale to institutional investors is supposed to help the wind turbine maker to substantially cut debt amid its ongoing efforts to turn around the business. Analysts have pointed out that equity dilution is a concern amid these fund-raising plans. In addition to this, the company's cash flow has also dipped sharply after improving in March financial year 2021 and financial 2022. Mankind Pharma soared 9% in the early trade on August 3, a day after the company reported a stellar set of numbers for the April-June quarter. The drugmaker's net profit surged 66.4% on year to 486.9 rupees crore. The bottom line was also supported by a robust increase in top line, as revenue rose 18.3% on year to 2,578.6 rupees crore. The drugmaker clocked a revenue of 2,180 rupees in the base quarter. Godrej Properties shares down by 5% on August 3, a day after the company reported its earnings for the quarter ended June 2023. The real estate developer on August 2 reported about a threefold jump in consolidated net profit at 125 rupees crore for the April-June quarter from 46 rupees crore a year ago. Sequentially, the profit fell 70% during the quarter under review. AK Tyre & Industries shares hit a 52-week high on Friday, after it reported strong earnings for the recently ended April-June quarter. The company reported a 313.62% year-on-year increase in the quarterly net profit at 153.87 rupees crore. The increase in quarterly profit numbers seemed to have been driven by a consistent sequential rise in the top-line numbers, and an one-off exceptional item expense of 34.50 rupees crore, which was reported in the base quarter of Quarter 1 financial year 2023. Lloyds Steel Industries Limited has moved up by 44.92% this week with a change of 17.25 points. It has traded with a net volume of 144.74 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 55.65 against the previous closing price of 38.40. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average of 35.05, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 55.65 points this week. Currently, the stock is having the RSI of 85.87, which indicates it is in the overbought region. MPS Industries Limited has moved up by 39.97% this week. With a change of 426.95 points, it has traded with a net volume of 2.44 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 1,522.2 against the previous closing price of 1,095.50. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average of 1,182.75, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 1,579.95 points this week. Currently, the stock is having the RSI of 72.64. STEL Holdings Limited has moved up by 29.01% this week with a change of 50.35 points. It has traded with a net volume of 3.28 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 233.90 against the previous closing price of 173.30. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average of 168.27, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 239.60 points this week. Currently, the stock is having the RSI of 77.57. Optimus Infracom Limited has moved up by 28.74% this week. With a change of 59.70 points, it has traded with a net volume of 5.10 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 267.40 against the previous closing price of 205.40. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average of 226.40, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 267.45 points this week. Currently, the stock is having the RSI of 58.62. Pagyanagar India Limited has moved up by 27.97% this week with a change of 15.55 points. It has traded with a net volume of 3.26 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 71.15 against the previous closing price of 55.60. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average of 57.30, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 74.10 points this week. Currently, the stock is having the RSI of 78.54. The Nifty behavior was largely on expected lines, taking support at 19,300 and smartly bouncing back above 19,500 on August 4, with a fall in volatility after a spike in the previous 2-day. But whether the index can hold 19,500 will be key to watch out for incoming sessions. The Nifty 50 opened higher at 19,463 and remained in a 100-point range throughout the session before closing the last day of the week at 19,517, up 135 points. But on a weekly basis, we have seen bearish candlestick pattern formation with upper and long lower shadows on the weekly scale, making lower highs and lower lows for the second consecutive week as the index lost 0.66%. This is a cause of concern till it starts getting back into higher high, higher low formation with less volatility. Hence, the short-term trend of Nifty remains negative. The present up move could encounter a strong hurdle around 19,600 to 19,650 levels in the coming sessions. Immediate support is at 19,400 levels. The Bank Nifty has seen about 600 points movement during the day, before closing 366 points higher at 44,880 and forming small-bodied bullish candlestick pattern with minor upper and lower shadows on the daily scale. For traders, the 50-day simple moving average or 44,659 would be the sacrosanct support level, above which it could rally till 20-day SMA or 45,400 to 45,500. You can contact us from the details mentioned on the screen via a call, WhatsApp, or email. Thank you for listening the video to the end. Please do like, share, and subscribe the video for the latest updates in the market.